This is going to be a BEAWOLFS video on clutch disassembly, inspection, and reassembly. First thing you need to do is take your number 2 Phillips screwdriver and remove the 632 screw inside the clutch cup, holding the aft support to the cup. Aft support will come out the bottom, and the cup, drive gear, and rotating knife should be able to come right out. Take the screw. If this was a dirty clutch, first thing you'd want to do is wipe it down and clean it. That way you can inspect it. This one is clean, so we're going to go right into inspection. Things to look for: any deformation, hits, impacts, problems that you see with the aft support. It's going to be pretty uncommon you're going to notice anything or see any wear and tear on it. Usually I'm going to look for any of the raceway here into the bronze bushing that's affected. This one has a few 100,000 rounds on it, and it still looks really good. So nothing to be concerned about on the aft support. This is your rotating knife, drive gear, and clutch cup assembly. To take them apart, all you need to do is remove the drive gear with the rotating knife attached. Again, this is wiped down, so we're going to go straight into inspection on all of these parts. For this on inspection, we're going to check the impact mark, if there is any, on your cup. When the gear engages, it goes down, locks, and this drives the gear here. So check for any abuse, deformation, chips, impacts, anything like that. If you see any, please replace the clutch cup. To the riveted in spring here, as long as it goes back on its own accord, then it's in good condition and usable. If it does not, and it floats to the rear down here, that is something to be concerned about. Talk to a level 20 armorer or just replace your clutch cup. To remove the rotating knife from the drive gear, there's going to be a hole. Find that and locate it. And there is a smaller boss on the rotating knife. All you need to do is line them up, and the rotating knife then can pull straight down or back, however you're holding it, to be removed from the drive gear. Inspection on the drive gear would be these points here, all 6 of them. When the drive gear disengages and retracts, it goes in and it stops. So this is your impact area on retract. So make sure there's no deformation or chips missing out of that. And down here, as I stated earlier, when this engages and pushes down, goes down, and these two, the Powells, or the bosses, then engage, and this is what drives the system. So on the drive gear itself, make sure there's no deformation or chunks or anything missing on the Powells on the bottom, the bosses. If you do notice anything, please replace it. The rotating knife, a little bit easier. The only thing you're looking for is on the points to the knives themselves. Make sure that there's no chips or heavy abuse. That, I'll explain in a second, interacts with your shifter and how it works. The shifter has another point in the opposite direction, and it goes over and on top of each other. So like that, and that is how the gear moves forward and aft. If you have points or problems here, it could essentially make the shift either a hard shift or not shift at all, causing a malfunction in the weapon system, which can then lead to other issues. So make sure your points here are in good condition and not completely abused, cracked, dented, or flat. This is going to be your shifter. Inside here, you'll notice it is attached to the solenoid through the actuator arm here. You move it, as long as it moves free, you're in good shape, nothing to worry about there. But like you did on the rotating knife, on the points, please make sure that you check the point on the shifter as well. If that was also degraded, deformed, dented, or flattened out, this is going to have a very hard time shifting, causing weapon malfunctions. So check there. It is very uncommon, but I have seen it. Make sure you check the stops here and here for extreme and heavy abuse or wear, where they flatten out or they start rounding the edges really bad, can also make it unserviceable or unusable. Your C-clip, this basically locks the gear so it cannot go in reverse, causing your gun to consistently be in time when you downshift or let off the trigger. It basically sits in between like that, so then the gear cannot move. So it'll come down, C-clip springs in, gear locks. So making sure this has a good spring in it, it does operate and move freely. And there's, again, like anything else on this, no deformation, dings, dents, cracks, or heavy wear or abuse on it. That is your complete inspection for the clutch assembly. To lubricate it, first thing we're going to do actually is we'll take the clutch cup, we'll lubricate where my fingers are, rolling it around here because the gear will move here. So lubricate the surface the gear then drives on. You can either put the TW25B or Paste GY6 inside the extrusion in here, or you can put it in here, one or the other, it doesn't matter. But this does rotate on the drive gear, so make sure that gets lubed as well. For assembly, once it's lubed, press your small boss through the hole in the drive gear, up, rotate, and it's good to go. It spins no problem. So you'll have lube here where it spins, oops, right. And then lube where this then drops down and spins on the cup. You'll notice there is a small key here that's going to correlate to the small hole here. Line those up, drop it down, and the assembly should be together. Easiest way I like to do this, I'm going to take this assembly, drop it in, take my aft support, push it straight up. I'll line up my hole where I know my 632 goes in the aft support to the cup. You'll drop your screw in. If you use your screwdriver and finagle it, it should go in no problem. When you tighten it, just hand tight and then back it out about 1/4 of a turn. There you go. Your clutch is then lubricated and reassembled.